A teenager uses his 300 plus IQ to avenge the death of his teacher. Hidan and Kakazu, the two immortal shinobi of the terrorist organization called Akatsuki, are on a mission to kill the Jinchuriki and collect tailed bees from different shinobi nations. The Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village gets information about their mission and immediately dispatches the elite group of shinobi to pinpoint their location and capture them. In the pursuit of those rogue immortal shinobi, the team of Asuma Sensei and Shikamaru finds their location and makes a deadly sneak attack from behind. However, the shinobi of the Hidden Leaf quickly realizes that any deadly physical attack on Hidan is useless and gets shocked to witness his immortality. Even the top Jonin level shinobi of Hidden Leaf are having a tough time to counter the immortal abilities of Hidan. Hidan is so confident in his abilities that he asks his teammate, Kakazu, to stay out of the battle, and takes on 4 Jonin level shinobi from Hidden Leaf all by himself. Asuma Sensei realizes that the opponent is stronger than him and plans to make a combo attack of 4 shinobi on Hidan. As soon as Asuma Sensei catches Hidan off guard, he uses his fire-style jutsu, but it has no effect on Hidan. Rather, Asuma Sensei is hurt by his own fire-style jutsu, and Asuma Sensei is even the one who gets burned. Later, Hidan reveals the secrets of his jutsu and tells everyone that even a single blood of his opponent is enough to cast his curse on his opponent. And once the opponent is under his curse, he can transfer the physical damage or pain on his opponent just by hurting himself, which means any attack on Hidan now has a direct effect on Asuma Sensei. In other words, killing Hidan will kill Asuma Sensei. But thanks to Shikamaru's higher HQ, he quickly dissects the flaw of Hidan's jutsu and uses his own Shadow Paralysis jutsu to stop Hidan killing himself and draws him out of the ritual sign, breaking Asuma Sensei free from Hidan's curse and ultimately saving him. Asuma Sensei then quickly uses his chakra-infused blade to behead Hidan, but Hidan just doesn't die, and everyone starts to believe that he really is immortal. Hidan now asks help from his teammate Kakazu to get his body and head together so that he could fight again. Hidan and Kakazu both attack the shinobi of the Hidden Leaf, and this gives time for Hidan to go back to his ritual sign, and the curse is back on Asuma Sensei. Hidan then wastes no time this time, and pierces his own heart with a black iron rod, which means that Asuma Sensei's heart is pierced as well. Since Hidan is immortal, it has no effect on him, but Asuma Sensei takes his last breath and ultimately dies on the ground. Soon, more reinforcements from the Hidden Leaf shows up, and both Hidan and Kakazu decide to flee the scene using smoke bombs. Shikamaru Nara is deeply saddened by the death of his sensei, as he could do nothing to save Asuma Sensei, and doesn't even attend the funeral of Asuma Sensei. Later that night, Shikamaru plays shogi, a type of Japanese chess, with his father, Shikaku Nara, where his father asks him what he's going to do. His father constantly says that if his abilities were superior, Asuma Sensei would not be dead. He even says not to think about revenge, as he would not want his beloved son to die. Shikamaru in rage throws away the shogi and confronts him. Shikaku then tells Shikamaru to let out the mixed emotion of pain, fear, and self-doubt, so he can think straight. Apparently he was just manipulating his son to muster the courage and avenge the death of Asuma Sensei. Shikamaru then cries all night for the immense loss he has experienced, and after all his emotions are out, he starts playing shogi again by himself. He then makes moves after moves, plans attacks and counterattacks on how to kill Hidan and get his revenge. He then gathers his teammate Choji and Ino. The Hokage asks Kakashi Sensei, also known as the Copy Ninja with Sharingan, who is also the captain of Team 7, to lead the team of Shikamaru. Shikamaru then shares his plan on how to take both Hidan and Kakazu to the rest of the teammates. Ino then uses her soul transfer jutsu on Hawk and finds the exact location of Hidan and Kakazu, using the vision of the Hawk. Shikamaru sneakily uses his shadow possession jutsu to trap both Hidan and Kakazu, but they are already aware of Shikamaru's presence and can easily escape. Shikamaru throws the paper bomb shuriken on Hidan and Kakazu, but it has no effect on them. He again throws the shuriken. Kakazu thinks it is the same technique, and they both simply dodge it. But Shikamaru had other plans. This time he uses Shadow Possession Jutsu on the shuriken, and when it hits their shadow, they instantly fall under Shikamaru's shadow paralysis jutsu, which makes them unable to move. Realizing the truth, Kakazu understands that Shikamaru has a higher IQ, and he is pretty clever. However, Kakazu had already detached his hand underground, which could move on its own will during Shikamaru's first shuriken attack. Now, that very hand actually helps Kakazu to undo Shikamaru's shadow paralysis jutsu. Shikamaru then quickly changes tactics and attacks Kakazu using Hidan as a weapon. On the other hand, Kakashi-sensei has been carefully observing the battle, using his Sharingan to spot the weakness of Kakazu. As soon as Kakashi-sensei gets a chance, he attacks on Kakazu, using his Chidori Jutsu to pierce the heart of Kakazu. Kakazu lies on the ground dead, but after a few seconds, he again comes back to life and shows his ability and immortality. Shikamaru soon realizes that it is impossible to fight against two immortal shinobi together, so he separates Hidan from Kakazu and aims to fight with him alone. Now, Choji, Ino, and Kakashi-sensei are fighting with Kakazu, and Hidan is taken into the deep forest protected by the Nara clan. He then sets up traps, throwing paper bomb shuriken all over the tree, and releases his shadow paralysis jutsu on purpose. Hidan thinks Shikamaru has reached his limits of shadow paralysis jutsu, so he once again launches his attack on Shikamaru using the same iron rod which he killed Asuma-sensei. Hidan manages to cut the cheek of Shikamaru with the black iron rod and gets enough blood from Shikamaru to cast his curse on him. It is game over for Shikamaru, as we already know how Hidan's jutsu works and how he mercilessly killed Asuma-sensei. He draws his sacred ritual sign and gets ready to kill Shikamaru. It seems like Shikamaru is out of his moves, and he could just watch being frozen the same as when Asuma-sensei died. As usual, Hidan pierces his own heart to kill his opponent, and Shikamaru falls on the ground, holding his hand on his chest with immense pain. After killing Shikamaru, Hidan turns away from his dead body and realizes his curse, thinking the job is done. As soon as Hidan is off guard, Shikamaru attacks Hidan from behind with a kunai blade, but unfortunately, he misses and just slices the side of Hidan's neck. However, Shikamaru manages to trap Hidden Leaf under his shadow paralysis jutsu. Hidan is shocked to see Shikamaru alive, and asks how he did it. Shikamaru then reveals that the blood on the iron rod is not his own, but it was from Kakazu. He also tells Hidan how Kakashi used the syringe to get the blood out of Kakazu when he pierced Kakazu's heart with Chidori Jutsu in the first attack, and Shikamaru cleverly sprayed the blood on the iron rod when Hidan attacked him. Sadly, Shikamaru is running out of chakra and could not hold Hidan under his jutsu any longer. So, Hidan starts to move closer and closer towards Shikamaru to kill him with no mistake this time. As soon as Hidan is under the paper bomb shuriken trap that Shikamaru placed earlier, Shikamaru casts the shadow pull jutsu, and Hidan gets tangled and trapped into a paper bomb. Shikamaru tells Hidan that it was all part of the plan, and he still has enough chakra. Once again, Shikamaru showed his higher battle IQ and mocked Hidan's stupidity. Shikamaru had already dug a big pit hole right under Hidan, which shows his plan never fails, and that is why he is the most clever shinobi in the Hidden Leaf. He then uses the lighter of Asuma-sensei to light the paper bomb, and Hidan is blasted into pieces. Since Hidan could not be killed, Shikamaru dismantled Hidan's body parts with the paper bomb explosion and buried him under the ground alive. This way, although Shikamaru could not kill Hidan physically, but trapped Hidan under the ground for eternity with no hope of escape, Shikamaru then pays tribute to Asuma-sensei and can finally say goodbye to his beloved sensei.